All right, guys. Been asked this before. Can you do taxes on your dogs? The answer is yes and no, but no and yes, and maybe not, but we've got a tax specialist who can answer a few questions. We're not going to chastise her to death. We'll put her contact information in there so you can reach out. Quite a few people have used her services. She works for a tax firm. And as you know, I spend a lot of money in general. Now, this is actually food for me. So it's called meal prep. Some lambs, some others. He's like, look, them dogs just finna eat that ifeedraw.com. And that's been helping a lot. But Jamarcus has been with me. If I go to the store 2-3 times a week to get dogs their food, I'm spending about $40 to $200 easy. So I'm over $1,000 a month. Kat, what are some things that people can write off when doing taxes for their dog business? And to be clear, I don't even know what a dog business is. I have no clue.
Yeah, I mean, that's something like, again, like we talk about your camera equipment that, you guys have had to purchase this year, laptops to manage your business. You talk about the actual equipment, like, you're building things for the puppies, you're building enclosures, you're, building out a kennel because you're breeding, like anything and everything basically that you're spending, something's going to fall under the line of supplies, it's going to fall under depreciation. You can even, if you're driving to different states, you know what I mean? Like you can write off your mileage. So there's a lot of different things. Like at the end of the day, even though it's a dog business, it's still a business. So any of your expenses that are associated with that, about 95% of them can be written off. Now, is it a dollar for dollar match? Absolutely not. You know what I mean? Like each category of thing that you're writing off, falls under a different percentage of what can actually be written off. But yeah, if you've got those expenses, you know what I mean? Like it's definitely something, it can help decrease your tax obligation. So
there you go, people. Now we talked before, if you look like me, and let's just be clear, you're a Negro. We know you Negroes, including me, believe you can get avoid and get away from taxes. Some of you hustling, get no W-2s. So you got no way to prove that you even have a job. You say, well, if I let them know I exist, then they're going to try to come for my money. At the end of the day, if you're doing business, they're coming at some point. They're undefeated. You want to know, like y'all feel like Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes can't be beaten the IRS? They're undefeated. Even with the biggest and best, they're undefeated. So what is something that you would tell people to encourage them to do their taxes? Because that's the other challenge. Some people don't know where to start, right?
I mean, I tell you all the time, right? Like you've got your Candyland idea, and we want to do all this stuff. We want to be able to purchase land, all these other things. Like you have to be on paper to do that. Trevor will say it, you know what I mean? Like I'm never gonna say something Trevor wouldn't say, but I was the first one to get on his ass and be like, hey, listen, like we gotta get you on paper. We've got all these other things that we want to do. You want to be able to buy land eventually, build out all this stuff, get funding. The IRS has to know that you exist so that these banks can know that you exist, so that you can leverage somebody else's money to make your business idea, your dream, whatever you want to call it, if you want to make that come to fruition. Because quite frankly, trying to do it with your own money, it's hard, it's unnecessary, it's tedious, it's expensive. I would much rather help people, get to the point where they can leverage the bank's money to do what they got to do. And the only way that you can do that is by being on paper.
There you go, people. And even when you go and, you deal with investors, they're looking for the paper trail as well. Because when they do what they call due diligence on a business, it has to be some type of books. All these things have to exist. And unfortunately, to be clear, up until 3 years ago, I was a ghost, to say the least. So coming in here, being a part of what Kat and Jamal have going on, and even at this stage, you go, man, I'm really doing taxes. That's what in my head I'm going, this is a real thing. and it's only a step in the right direction because, as she said, we've all got big dreams, high hopes, and some real goals. And you don't do this stuff for fun. I'm not spending $1,000 a month shooting and putting these videos out there for fun. And we're having fun, but this is like, it needs to land somewhere. So I've said this before, definitely do good business. Take care of your business. Handle your business, especially if you want to be about your business. One of the first questions I get is, could you give me some advice? I get this many times on how to start a dog business. I said, what is the business going to do? You're just going to breed dogs? But even she just said, you go build out 20 kennels. In Chris's case, he moved to New Virginia and built out 40 kennels. We're talking fencing, laid concrete for $20,000. He spent some money out there at that thing just to get the dogs into a space where they could live. And he's still doing stuff for his own home. A lot of opportunities there, I presume. So we'll put her contact information there. She works for a legit tax firm. She can definitely work on getting you some money back. If you owe them boys, you still want her help because she could turn around and get the refund, the best refund possible, so they can get their money and you can continue to progress. But you can't run from it. You can't hide from it. They're coming at some point. So I repeat, handle your business, because nothing in life is getting cheaper. Anything you want to leave them with?
Just ask questions, reach out, let me know. There's not very many situations that I can't help. Yeah. I would say probably 2 situations out of the million situations there would be out there I can't help. So just reach out, ask questions, let me know.
There you go, people. Take care of your taxes.